Hey, live for another edition of Frequently Asked Question Friday. Don't worry, I'm not driving. I am in front of Trader Joe's and my little Ella is sleeping in the back seat. I don't know if we can see part of her car seat right there. She's rear facing. And I said, I'm going to do Frequently Asked Friday while Ella's sleeping. And it happened in the car this week. How crazy. Do any of you other parents out there, do you guys take your car nap times as a time to get on your phone, check in with your Facebook group, email or call a prospect? Because I feel like I have this nap time hustle going on sometimes. Because honestly, we just don't have a lot of time today. So today I want to talk about one of the biggest time savers or wasters, or just questions about it, because we know that we build from event to event. We know that there's three vital behaviors. There's three result producing activities in Market America, and that is selling products, selling the business or the opportunity, and selling tickets to the trainings. And so how does that translate over to nutraMetrix? And how can we really try to not waste time with our practices? How can we pre-qualify our practices the same way, we do with our, regular Market America business? And so I want to talk a little bit about getting your health professionals to the trainings when it's appropriate and what that means. And for any of you guys who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Sarah Tugender. I am the National Sales Manager, and it's my mission this year to make it the most effective and efficient year for you yet with nutraMetrix. So I want to talk to you about, because I had a question come in from Glenda. Glenda asked me this week, Sarah, when do I invite my health professionals to a training? Wouldn't it benefit me to have that health professional come to a training? Wouldn't that, just like we invite, a Market America prospect to a local seminar, we'll invite them to a Basic 5, we'll invite them to International Convention, which is coming up, understanding the importance of our nutraMetrix health professional product and implementation trainings, understanding the importance of product symposium, understanding the importance of our NEI, the nutraMetrix Educational Institute. When do you decide that you make that a requirement? Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining us. It's up to you. Everyone's going to do this a little different. So let me just talk to you a little bit about something I'm seeing as a cosmic shift in nutraMetrix. The HP1 program has changed a lot of things for us. It's changed retention of health professionals. It has changed the way we approach our health professionals. It's changed the process of onboarding and implementing with these health professionals. But it does take out a little bit of the piece of maybe pre-qualifying some accounts, and could lead you to wasting time with accounts if you don't do it right. So this is where I think that this Frequently Asked Question Friday comes into play. I think if you're working with an HP1, you have to make sure that you are driving the train and that you're going in there and you're meeting with them on a regular basis. I recommend weekly, and if you can't do that, you got to get with a pod of NCs so everyone can go and visit with that account weekly to get them onboarded, at least in the beginning, until you have this train rolling. You have to focus mostly on their retail. Now, we have someone who their goals are bigger than their practice. Their vision is bigger than just what we can do in their office. Well, yeah, they're going to be a great candidate for an HP executive account, because they're going to want to build those referrals. They're going to want to work within our full Market America system. How do we know what they're going to be interested in? Well, I do think that our HP product and implementation trainings is a great way for them to meet our clinical director and our faculty staff who lectures with us, whether, Dr. Deidre Mason is always there. They might have the pleasure of meeting, Dr. Chesner, Michael Chesner, Dr. Mylan Moore, Dr. Daniel Witkowski, and then networking, Sharon Lawrence, who's a clinical nutritionist. That is a great place for them to meet people that are doing this in their practice and can talk to them about product and talk to them about implementation. It's a great place to network with other practitioners. When do I invite? Yeah, I would love it. And my personal mentor in this business gets everyone to a nutraMetrix training right off the bat before they even open up their account. She had 7 people come to Cherry Hill. It was unbelievable. And their accounts are all moving right along. Is everyone going to do that? Maybe not. As we work this into our years, I know I have my calendar planned out for the whole year. If you ask me to go to another event this year, I don't know if I have a free weekend from now until then. I have all my own events and things going on. So I think that your health professionals are going to be the same way. But you're always going to be inviting, because that's one of the 3 vital result-producing activities: selling products, selling the business, and selling trainings or education. So when I meet someone for the first time, I bring information about our course and I give them the registration handout. When I meet people as I'm onboarding their account, I bring registration information for our next product and implementation training. When they're already on board with us, I bring information for whatever the next training is. It doesn't matter if it's a product and implementation, product symposium, a GPT, one of the, our NEI course, whatever the next training is, I'm bringing information. I have a stack of them printed out. They're in my bag. They come with me into the office, and I'm always trying to register. Dr. Smith, can I save a spot for you at the next training? Let's fill this out. Let me get your spot saved. Let me fax this in for you. And that's how I'm doing it. So it's a little bit different, and I just want you, Glenda, to set your expectations that they're not all going to go. It's not a requirement. Practitioners who go outperform the practitioners who don't go. So you're going to have to work within their goals. They're going to want to go a lot of times. I have seen every practice that has been in my organization that has gone has come back and done more in sales. And the same thing with any of the corporate accounts that I've worked with. So it's been the same across the board. I've seen some prospects who go and then they decide it's really not for them. And that's a great way for you not to waste so much time. Go hear about it. Let's not waste so much time. But people that have already started to implement, they've only increased in sales when they've added any one of our trainings to the course, because the level of knowledge and expertise from our clinical staff and faculty speakers is so great. But we know that we can do this with a lot of small accounts, a few medium accounts, or a lot of large accounts. I can't do the math off the top of my head. I don't know if you can hear. I have a little bit of a mommy cold I picked up on the playground, I think, going on with me this week. So, there's Ella coughing away. That's probably where I got it from. But so you can probably, you'll have to do the math, but if a box of daily essential packets, you could do it with 4 large practices on your left and your right. You could do it with, I think it's 8 medium practices on your left and your right, or 16, small practices on your left and your right. My math might be a little bit wrong off the top of my head, but if you want to have a lot of little retail accounts, that works too. And maybe it's a practice and, they're just moving 8 boxes of daily essentials every single week. That's great. That would be a great HP1 to have in my organization, to have a lot of those little guys. But the big guys that have that vision, they're going to want to go to one of our product and implementation trainings. And so you just have to sort of manage, and you have to figure out, is this a small account? Is this a medium account? Is this a large account? Where are their goals? Where do they fit? But always invite, because you never know when things are going to change. You never know. So I always bring registration forms, and I say, Dr. Smith, can I save you a spot? Let's fill this in. I'll fax it in for you. Let's get you a spot at the next training before it sells out. And creating that sense of urgency, always talking about it, because we only have so many of them a year. And so we want to get all of our health professionals there. So keeping those in my bag, inviting has gotten practitioners there, even practitioners who have gone before. I met a practitioner the other day, and she's going to her second one this year. There's been multiple that have shown up multiple times this year to our trainings. Whether it's new information, they're doing something new with their practice, implementing GeneSnip or TLS Select, or they just feel like they need to get plugged in with other practitioners. That's what we're seeing. So I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any other questions about when to invite and when it's appropriate, and are you wasting time with people who aren't going, I don't really think so, as long as you guys are setting expectations, as long as you guys are managing goals. I think that works. So if you have another question for me that you would like answered on an edition of Frequently Asked Question Friday, just email nutraMetrix at nutrametrix.com with the subject line Frequently Asked Question Friday, and I'll be sure to answer it on a call like this. Michelle, thanks so much. Thanks for all the thumbs up and the hearts. Back at you, babe. My name is Sarah Tugender, National Sales Manager, hoping to make this your most effective and efficient year yet with nutraMetrix. Have a great and safe, happy and healthy holiday weekend. Bye, guys.